5 read alouds my kids loved when they were in elementary and middle school. First up, because I actually have the physical copy still, I just took this off of my son's bookshelf last week. The Candy Makers. This is a really fun, very thick, I think this took us an entire semester to get through. But it is such a fun story of these 4 kids who go to a candy factory to compete against each other to win Candy of the Year. It's sort of a mix between a Willy Wonka and Clue. It's really interesting, lots of twists and turns. The rest of these books are all packed away, so I will post a picture here to show you what the cover of the book looks like. But up for number 2 is A Long Walk to Water. I wasn't expecting my kids to love this book as much as they did. It's set in 2 different time periods, but the stories interconnect, and it is so good. We all cried at the end. Number 3 was one of those classics that I was hoping my kids would like, and they ended up liking. We read the book together, then my daughter really liked the graphic novel, and then they loved the movie, and that is A Wrinkle in Time. I remember reading A Wrinkle in Time in elementary school and loving it, and so I wanted to read it for my kids, and they also liked it. And I was glad, because my kids are not a fan of like most Newbery Classic or Caldecott Award winning books. Next up was The Wild Robot. What a dear story, and the whole series is great. We watched the movie once it came out, but we had read the book maybe 4 or 5 years before the movie was even in production. So we read The Wild Robot a long time ago, and we all still talk about it. And then number 5 is My Side of the Mountain. I knew my son would like this book. I was surprised my daughter enjoyed it as much as she did. If you haven't never heard of this book, it's about a little boy who leaves home. I think he's under 14 years old, and he lives and makes a home in the mountains for himself, and it's just a story of all of his trials and triumphs, and it is such a great classic book, like older book, but one that keeps the kids' attention because of all of the different storylines that he goes throughout his whole time living on the mountain. So those are our 5 that I wanted to share. Leave some of your favorites in the comments, because I'd be interested to see if there's any overlap. And also, if you have favorite read alouds for teenagers, I would love to hear what your suggestions are.